Good afternoon, everybody. Just gone 12:30 here on Wednesday, and it's nice to have you with us wherever you may be watching on the northern beaches, the southern beaches, to the north, to the south, to the east and the west. And this is where we bring the shows to you every week here. And welcome along to you on this beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day. And here we are doing the show live from Beverly Job Park here at Narrowena. Well, today we have fish and chips from the old-fashioned fish and chip shop, guys. And Alana and I can tell you it's the best shop in the world. Well, in Australia, actually. And joining me now outside on location from Beverly Job Park, here she is. Good afternoon to you.
Thanks, Barry. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's a very good fish and chip shop, isn't it, Barry?
Yeah, but before we had the fish and chips, guys, we ventured along to the coffee shop just next to the post office there, and I had an English breakfast. And this program today is proudly brought to you by Twiling's English Breakfast Tea and via soy milk, and the old-fashioned fish and chip shop, guys. And this is what today's show is all about: the fish and chips and the tea. Before we left our studio to do this review, we wrote to the project and sent a couple of photos. Here's my offsider for her opening view on this.
Hello, Barry. Yeah, we did. We emailed the project just to say, thanks for having us and we had a great time. And then we also emailed Rochelle Bird, the police officer. She had us in the police station a few weeks ago now. And yeah, we just wanted to say thank you because we've been so fortunate, haven't we, Barry, to have had all these opportunities, haven't we?
Well, yes, and today also on the show, we're going to be talking about tough love, but we'll get to that in a moment. But the most important thing is enjoying the day and making the most out of your one-on-one. Here's my offsider.
That's right. So I have one-on-one with Barry on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I want to make sure that Barry gets the most out of his day and does things with me that he probably wouldn't normally do on his own. So I'm here to help build confidence for Barry and make him feel safe that he can take that, next step out of his comfort zone. And, Barry does that and he achieves, don't you, Barry?
That's right. Because if you're in the same spot all the time, it's like becoming stale. Like a loaf of stale bread. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Barry doesn't do that. He'll do that. He'll get out of his comfort zone, and that's something I'm, very proud of with Barry, that he does that.
So, okay, tough love, guys. Okay, we all have to have it. Tough love is when someone is trying to encourage you or myself to do things and get out there. Here's my offsider.
That's right. So sometimes if I'm with Barry, only sometimes I'll do a little bit of tough love. I'll just remind Barry that sometimes I have to be a bit more stern with him, but it's only because I know that he can achieve something. And, you know, we all get a bit, you know, insecure or a bit nervous about things. And sometimes you just need someone just to remind us that, you know, we can achieve what we're trying to achieve. Isn't that right, Barry?
It is indeed, Alana. And agree to disagree, okay? Because it's not that Alana wasn't trying to say things just to suit herself, because that's not what she is about. Here's my offsider.
That's right. I like to see Barry get outside of his comfort zone, and you know, not so much. I don't want to see him stressed or anxious. And if he tells me he's feeling that way, then you know, I tell Barry that I understand, and you know, I don't want to make him feel, you know, overwhelmed. But I know that Barry's a very strong and competent person, and sometimes, you know, as we all do, we all have areas that we don't feel the most confident in, and if we just have that someone that just there that gives us that push, but they're there to support us, you know, it makes us take that leap. Isn't that right, Barry?
That it sure is. And now, on to the fish and chips review. Who loves a tasty fish and chips for lunch, like I did? Let us know down below. Here's my offsider.
You had a really good fish and chips, didn't you, Barry?
I did, and $10.50, guys, is what you pay for it. So if you want a good fish and chips, then head on up to the old-fashioned fish and chip shop near the Narrowena Public School. The staff are friendly there. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's well priced. It's not too expensive. Tastes good. Good service. And yeah, it's close to home for both of us. Actually, it's close for Barry and it's close for me.
And also, we'll be talking about today about not arguing with people on the show. So that's all coming up in the second part of our show today. But what a beautiful day we have here today at Beverly Job Park. Here's my offsider.
It's a beautiful day. Barry and I couldn't be more lucky. Yesterday we were in the studio and there was a thunderstorm. Barry and I also on our way home, so Barry lives near me, so we both had to do the commute home, and we both saw on our separate trips a tree that had fallen on a car. So yeah, it was pretty wild yesterday, but today it's just, yeah, it's beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky, nice breeze, not too hot. Yeah, it's perfect, and me and Barry are very blessed.
And we thank Jehovah for this beautiful day that we've got here today, and the world is so clean and new and fresh. It looks as though it has come back from the laundry. Here's my offsider.
Very funny, Barry. Did you say Jehovah before? Was that?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that your God that you follow?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, are you a Jehovah Witness? Or?
Yeah.
Ah, have you been that your whole life?
Well, I knew a guy from a camp that he used to run.
Okay.
I went up to Camp Howard.
Camp Coward.
Howard.
Where's that at?
The Blue Mountains, Springwood.
Nice.
And
Okay.
that's how I became interested in Jehovah.
Oh, okay. about him?
in the next show.
Okay.
So now it's time to talk about how to get the best out of our days here. When we have one-on-one days, it is best to get the most out of our days. Here's my offsider.
I agree, Barry. When I'm with Barry on Tuesday and Wednesday, particularly the Wednesday, I always like to make sure that we do something fun together and something that Barry wouldn't do on his own. So I don't just want to stay in his room. It is good to send emails and stuff. We like to do that. It's good to send off emails and organise things. But once that's done, we like to get out into the community and have a fun day, don't we, Barry?
We sure do, Alana, and if we don't make the most of what we've got of each other, then what's the point?
I agree.
Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I agree, Barry. That's exactly right. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that statement.
And another thing today, I wasn't sure about crossing the road, but knowing me, Alana and I, we nailed it. Here she is to tell you about it.
That's right. Yeah, I think Barry was a little bit nervous before, but, we spoke about it and, yeah, when he crossed the road, he did a really good job. And I think it reminded him that, he is really good at that. Is that right, Barry?
That's right.
Yeah. Do you feel more confident now?
Yes.
Sometimes we in our own heads, we think we can't do it, but then when we do it, it reminds us we can.
So I saw a guy in a wheelchair, and I thought, well, if they can cross the road, so can I. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes we see people doing things that we don't think we can do. When we see them do it, it reminds us, like, yes, we can do it.
And Alana is so proud of me of doing that. Here she is to tell you about it.
I am very proud of Barry because he always likes to challenge himself to get outside his comfort zone, and I have a lot of respect for that. I know he didn't want to do it, and the fact that he did it, really shows to me that Barry is a very strong person, and yeah, I have a lot of respect for that, Barry. Good on you.
Our closing segment on part one of our show is not arguing with people. Here's my offsider to tell you why we shouldn't argue and raise our voices.
Barry and I are really good when we communicate because we don't get angry at each other. We say our point of view. We understand where each other's coming from. We voice our concerns, but it's not in an angry way. And yeah, we try and reach a solution. And yeah, we did that today, didn't we, Barry?
And why we shouldn't argue or raise our voices, guys, it doesn't get us anywhere. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right, Barry. It doesn't get us anywhere if we raise our voice, not at all.
And if you're rude to your offsider, if you're out on a one-on-one support session, or should I say correction, if you have a one-on-one support person, please treat them with respect and let them do what is best for you. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right. You just got to understand that sometimes, people, you got to understand what their intentions are, and, when carers, get their clients outside their comfort zone, it's because they believe in them.
So the show is not over yet, guys, because we've got part 2 coming up back at the studio. And just before we sign off from the Beverly Job Park, if you bring your rubbish in with you, take it out, don't leave it all over the park because it's disgusting and unhygienic. Here's my offside.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Barry. It is disgusting and unhygienic to leave rubbish at the park. But we don't do that. We dispose of our litter.
So if you see a bin, guys, please dispose of your rubbish in the bin, not on the grass, because it doesn't make it a nice place next time. If you want to visit here, here's my offsider.
Yeah, I agree. And as you can tell, the oval's really clean, so people respect the rules, which is good. And yeah, it's not good to litter.
So the show is far from over. We've got plenty more to come on today's show. But before we do sign off, from the first part, if you are ever in the Narrowena area, pop on into the old-fashioned fish and chip shop, guys, and speak to the friendly staff there. They've even got milkshakes for $5, guys. Yes, that's right, $5. You heard me right. So go and get yourself some fish and chips for lunch, crumb fish. Tell the staff how you would like your fish, crumbed, grilled, battered, or fried. Here's my offsider.
That's right, Barry. Couldn't put it better.
So, don't go away, viewers. The show is far from over yet. And the time is nearly 1 o'clock. So, don't you go back. We'll have more for you in a moment. I'm back in the studio. And from Beverly Job Park, see you back in the studio for the second part of our show today. Thanks for joining us here today with myself, Barry Bear, and Alana Wilson. Great to have you with us, wherever you may be watching. See you for the second part soon on the Wednesday Wrap with Barry and Alana. What a beautiful day we have here. Aren't we lucky to live in such a beautiful area, Alana?
We certainly are, Barry.
And stay tuned, guys. Part 2 is coming up.